Another application of percents and solving percent problems would be with discounts and markups. Now, this is something that we run into a lot in the shopping world, whether you're at the grocery store or whether you're at a clothing store or some other type of store where they offer discounts or items are marked up in price. So we have to, again, know how to solve these types of percent problems. And again, we're going to apply what we've learned about percents and proportion and things like that. So a markup is the amount a store increases the price of an item. So when they purchase an item or they get something from their supplier, they have to increase the price in order to make a profit, and that's called the markup. That gives us the selling price. That's the amount a customer pays for an item. So whatever you see on the price tag, that's going to be the selling price. And then on the opposite side of that, we have a discount, and that's the amount by which the regular price of an item is reduced or it's put on sale, is another way to say a discount is on sale. So how do you find the selling price after a markup? Well, there's two major methods to do this. One would be to find the amount of the markup. Basically, this is an amount of change that we've already learned about, and then add that on to the original price. So find out how much the price is going to change and then add that on to the original. Or method two, which is faster, find the total percent change first and then calculate the selling price. And then I'll show you both methods here with this example. So find the selling price if a store pays $75 for a bike and the markup is 40%. So the store gets the bike for $75 and they're going to mark up the price by 40%. So what are they going to actually sell this bike for? How much is this bike going to cost? So the first method would be to find out how much the price is going to change. So we're going to find the change, a 40% change. So step one here would be to find out how much 40% of 75 is. So how much is that price going to change? And again, using cross products here, we find that X is $30. So the price of the bike is going to change $30. So then I take that change and then I add that on to the original price to get the final selling price, or the selling cost of that bike, is $105. So that's method one. Find the amount the price changes and then add that on. Well, method two would be to kind of combine both of these into one step. Find out the total percent change first. Well, since it's a 40% increase, the cost of the bike is going to be 140% of the original cost. So really now I'm going to find 140% of 75. So my proportion would look like this. How much is 140% of 75? So we've got the original price, which is 100%, and then the 40% increase. That gives us the 140%. And then if you solve this proportion using cross products, you get X is 105. So you jump right to the selling price without having the additional step of having to add the change on to the original price. Notice you get the same answer either way. I think method two is a little bit faster in doing that. So that's how to find a markup two different ways. So pick your favorite method and go from there. So how do you find a sale price after a discount? Same methods, just slightly different. Method one, again, is find the amount of the discount, but we're going to subtract it from the original price. Since this is a discount, it's going to decrease the price. Or we can find the percent of the price remaining. Now that is critical when you're finding a discount, is what percent of the price is remaining after the discount, and then calculate the sale price. So we're going to look at a couple examples of that, or an example, two different methods to do this one. A magazine subscription has a cover price of $35. It is on sale for 67% off the original price. Find the sale price of the magazine subscription. So method one would be to find out how much is going to be taken off of the $35. Well, I know it's 67%, so I want to know what is 67% of 35. That's going to be the amount that's taken off of the cover price. So if I solve this proportion, I get X to be $23.47. That's how much is going to be taken off the price. So now I need to subtract $23.47 off the cover price. And then after I do that, I get $11.55 remaining. So that's going to be the cost of the subscription after the discount. Well, that was two different steps. Now, method two would be to find out, well, what percent of the price is going to be remaining? If I remove 67% from the price, what percent will be remaining? So think 100% minus 67%. What is that going to give me left? That's going to give me 33%. So now I can just find 33% of 35 because that's what's left. So now I'm going to again find, whoops, not 25, 35 was the cover price. What's going to be left if only 33% of the price is left? So if I solve this proportion, guess what you get? You got it, $11.55. So you get the same answer, either method, but I think the one on the right here is a little bit faster. But with discounts, you do have to do this step right here of finding what percent is remaining. So I don't know if it really is that much faster, but again, take your pick. You can do either method. So that's a markup and a discount. So now we're going to look at a couple different scenarios here. What if we want to find the original price again? So we already have the discount or the selling price, and we want to find out what was the original price. Now, these types of problems are often confusing for middle school students. So here are a couple tips to help you find the original price. The original price is considered the whole. So if we're thinking part and whole, the original price is considered the whole, and the selling price is the part. So keep those two things straight, and that'll make your proportion creation a lot easier. And then always take care with the percent. The percent is not always what is given. Just like with the discount, it's not the percent that's always given. Maybe you need to figure out what percent is remaining, or are you given the percent off? So we kind of got to do a little bit of thinking there. So let's take a look at this situation. Luisa got a 75% discount on a sofa. She paid a total of $225. What was the original price? So the original price is going to be more than $225 because this was after we took 75% off. So you can kind of think of this in a diagram of percents and prices here. So if this is 0% and this is 100% of my bar diagram, and this is $0, that would be 100% off. And then I don't know what the original price was, but we took 75% off. So if I kind of cut this into fourths here, this would be 25% off, 50% off, 75% off. So this is what's remaining. So that would be $225 and 25% remaining. Again, so the percent that we were given is not the percent we're actually going to use. The $225 is actually 25% of what the original price was, since we had taken 75% off. Now I'm going to use these numbers right here in my proportion. So I know that 225 is the part. I don't know what the whole is. That's this right here. And that's going to be 25% out of 100. Okay, because I know $225 was 25% of the original price. What was the original price? So if I solve this proportion, you get X to be $900. Okay, and then if you're not sure, you can always double check that by finding 75% of 900 and then subtracting that off, and you'll get the $225 of the discounted price. So solving problems involving percent changes and discounts and markups can be quite difficult. So here we've got a discount and a sales tax. So a combination of two things here. A CD with an original price of $11.95 is discounted 20%. Sales tax of 5.5% is added to the discounted price. How much does it cost to actually purchase this CD? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this problem step by step. I'm going to do the discount first, and then I'm going to add the tax on afterwards. And I'm going to use method 2 for both of these because I think method 2 is faster. So if the price is discounted 20%, what percent of the price will be remaining? So 100 minus 20 is 80. So 80% of the price will be remaining if I take 20% off. So that's what I'm going to use in my proportion. How much is going to be left out of $11.95 if I have 80% remaining. That would be a 20% discount. I'm taking 20% off. And if you solve this proportion, you get $9.56. So that's what the price is going to be after the discount, but that's not going to be what it is after tax. So now I have to do the tax. And again, I'm going to do this method 2. So it's a 5.5% tax, and now my price is $9.56. What is the sale price going to be after a 5.5% increase? So I'm going to now add 5.5% onto my whole price, which would give me 105.5% of the original price. So now I'm going to use that in my proportion, 105.5 out of 100. And then if I solve this proportion, you get X is $10.09 rounded to the nearest penny. So that is going to be the cost of the CD after the discount and after tax. So when you have discounts and tax, go ahead and take that one step at a time. And that is finding discounts and markups.